So 2009, we were sitting over here somewhere, Garrett. We started talking about an oyster wall. Do you remember that conversation?
Refresh my memory.
I think Peter told me he wanted to break up so that you couldn't see the servers coming down the stairs here. And we said, yeah, that makes sense. We need to build a wall. So Peter said, I have this idea. I want to do these Gambian cages with shells. And I said, how big is that wall going to be? And he started explaining it. And I remember Shore and I doing the math. And I said, there's at least 500,000 shells there. I said, where are you going to get those shells? Because Eastern Standard maybe goes through 2,000 oysters a week. So 50 weeks, that's 100,000 oysters. That's 5 to 10 years to save enough shells to do that wall. I can remember Peter saying, well, you must get a lot of shell at the farm. I said, no, we don't shuck any oysters. Like, we don't really hopefully get much shell. And they said, we'll figure that out. So a few months later, John Brawley called me. He said, we're having a problem. And this wasn't something new, that we had problems before, but it wasn't disease. And so I sent the oysters out hoping that there wasn't a problem. I don't remember when it was, but it was probably a few weeks later. I was in New York with Garrett, so ICOB wasn't open yet. I was in New York with Garrett, Jeremy, and Shore, and we were just getting ideas for the restaurant, for this restaurant. And Shore got an email from the biotech place that we had sent the oysters, and he said, oh my God, read this. And I looked at it and it said, we're sorry to inform you, your oysters are highly infected with MSX and you can expect severe mortalities. Shore was pretty shooken up, and he looked at me and he said, what does this mean? I said, well, it means we're going to get our wall. And as much as I kind of joked about it, I was sick to my stomach, and months before the opening here, I was scared to death that Island Creek, this brand, was going to finally open to the public, and that we were going to welcome guests in and have to apologize for not having any Island Creeks. It was really scary.